Okay, I just made a video about the singing bowl, ukulele, and flute, and I did mention in that video about overtone singing, and then I didn't do it. So this video is about the overtone singing that I was using in the music mindfulness video called Keys to Wellness. So that's what this is about. Now I want to start where we left off in the other video, which was with a recording or a loop of the singing bowl, and this is an E singing bowl. So what I want to do right now is add a couple vocal tracks, and I'm going to use the same technique I used here. I'm going to fade out, I'm going to sing, I'm going to fade it in, fade it down, so I don't get the beginnings and endings of my voice. I just want the voice to sound like a drone, like this. So I'm going to do that right now and set up a couple vocal tracks, and then we're going to do overtone singing. So here we go. So I'm going to let's turn these down. So I've got a couple quick vocal loops there, and yeah, they could be a little bit better, but I just want to show you the overtone singing and set up this background as a drone, as a bed. So what I'm doing is I'm singing the E and I'm singing a B, a fifth above, and then now I'm going to do the overtone singing, and I'm going to do it real quick, and then I'm going to explain what I'm doing after I do it. I'm still getting over a little bit of something. Okay, so what exactly is overtone singing and how do you do it? So the percussionist, frame drummer, and musician Glenn Velez explained it really well, and there's no need to re-explain it, but I'll add on to what he said and, of course, explain how. But he said overtone singing, you basically say the word hurry slowly. So you say the word hurry, hurry, and if you think about what you're doing with your mouth and your tongue, when you say the word her, you can start off with the word her, and then as you say you're changing the space inside your mouth with your tongue, and this is what you're going to have to do. Is you're going to have to experiment with this and play around with it. I would go, if you have a kitchen or a bathroom, bathroom shower, maybe go in the bathroom and try it because you can hear yourself a little better. Or go in a stairwell anywhere where you can play and you get a little reverb, or if you have a mic, put some reverb on and try it. I'm going to do it without the background so you can hear it. And this goes with drumming and anything. You can do it to a note or just do it by yourself. Here it is again with no background. And I'll do it on a different pitch. So I'm just looking for notes, and you want to go slow. Depending on which note you sing, the initial note, some notes may come out more than others in the harmonic range. What's happening there is we're hearing overtones, all right, or what are called formants. Formants are basically fancy words for overtone combinations. Formants are what give a certain instrument or sound the timbre, which is the identity of the sound. In other words, a series of formants and different combinations of overtones in different levels will produce the sound of, say, a clarinet as opposed to a trumpet, even though they're playing the same pitch, they're playing the same frequency. Why do they sound different? That has to do with what we call formants, which are related to overtones. So what we're doing with our voice here is it's like changing the size of the room. And in any room, you're going to have certain notes that kind of stand out more. Those are called standing waves, actually. Any space, especially rectangular, square spaces that have parallel walls, tend to enhance certain frequencies because they just bounce, the waves bounce back and forth. Which is why recording studios have a lot of sound baffling, and they're usually, ideally, they don't have parallel walls. All the walls are angled a little bit off so that you don't get any sound waves bouncing around. But in this, we want to enhance different frequencies, and we want to bring them out. Now, what you can do as a homework or research is to look up Tuvan overtone singing, or just overtone singing. Sometimes I also call it throat singing, and I think throat singing is different, actually. But check out the Tuvan throat singing or overtone singing. I think they do this also in Mongolia, if I'm not mistaken, Mongolian overtone singing. Just look up overtone singing. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have great tutorials on that. But that's what I was doing there. It's something that I don't practice it much. I do it now and then. I learned how to do it a little bit. About as much as I play didgeridoo and a few other instruments. So it's not something, that I do a lot, but it's something that sometimes it just feels good to do and it's kind of fun. So go ahead, practice that. Overtone singing. I do recommend maybe trying it with a drone, like a shruti box or singing bowl or some kind of a drone instrument, and then get some reverb going on your mic. Hello, hello, hello. Like that. Makes it more fun, and you can hear the tones ring longer, and they sort of blend, and it's just a nice kind of meditative thing you can try. All right, or try it in a group. Okay, so that's an introduction to overtone singing, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below this video, or for a faster response, just message me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, thanks, and thanks for being a supporter of World Drum Club.